Hey, it's Stu, and I've recently been in the town where the St. Vincent de Paul has 10 books for $5 sale. And I've been in other towns and I bought more books, but I'm not going to do haul videos for those. I've decided to just put them on my shelf, so my shelf is nice and full, and then sort of think about not hauling any more books. I've said that in a lot of videos. Let's see when I really mean it. At least because I'm going to be traveling for the summer. So I want to start taking off my shelf and putting into a tote what I think I'm going to read for summer, in almost all digital format because I will be traveling. Too much information, really. I got 10 books. Of the 10 books, I think there are 2 that I'm definitely keeping. There's 2 that I borrowed the audiobook because they fit in the setting of New York and they're mystery thrillers. And that could be, if my conference is like really heady, the lit fic that I have picked probably won't be what I need, but some sort of like mystery thriller with the setting of New York could be fun. So I was glad to find them and bring them to my attention. And 3 that are going right into little free libraries, and then a few maybes. I will see when I kind of do my final sort. So Little Fires Everywhere, I've already read by Celeste, and I really liked it. I found it in a little free library. This comes with a lovely child's postcard and a Delta ticket inside. So I will leave all of that there for whomever finds it. I really enjoyed this book. This is a hardback, which is in pristine condition. So if I don't put this in a little free library, I will donate to the Friends of the Library the next time I go when I get back from my trip. That's a loved book. People are familiar with the show as well. I believe Reese made it into a Hulu show. And so it'll be gone. The other 2 that are going into my neighborhood little free library when I go on my evening walk are Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus and Finding Yvonne. This is middle grade and young adult. I do really enjoy reading middle grade and young adult, but I am trying to get through the few that I have on my shelf before summer hits, because I definitely want them into the little free libraries for summer. I think that is the audience they're intended for, and they should have it before because I can always circle back. So I won't shelve these at all. I'm just going to put them in my neighborhood little free library, which is right across from a high school, and hope that one of those high schoolers and or someone in the neighborhood with teenage or middle grade children pick them up. Okay, so the 2 books that I have now checked out in audio in my Libby are You Belong to Me by Colin Harrison. This is an immigration lawyer, I think, is the main character. There's maybe a love interest who's Iranian American. Lots of different kinds of people and lots of different kinds of things going on. Here we have a nice map of Lower Manhattan, and this is mystery suspense / thriller, very much using New York as a setting. And so I thought, great, this would be a great thing to add in audio in case my TBR challenge, which I've already done a video for, is just a little too lit thicky or a little too heavily themed. I'm definitely at a very heavily themed conference, so this might be what I need. If I don't get it to it, I might shelf it. And then before summer reading, just really go through my mystery thriller collection. It's quite small. And then just decide if I'm going to read, if I really think I'm going to read something likely over the summer or not. And if not, then make sure to get them out to the little free libraries for other people's summer reading. The other book is Social Creatures by Tara Isabella Burton. This is also a mystery thriller, also very much engaging in New York social scene, as the setting, and again, kind of, I'm expecting to follow the mystery thriller sort of the way that mystery thrillers are, which are page turners, plot driven books that will certainly engage in the setting, but not make me delve into some really the themes of the human existence, which some of my other books will. So put that, I have it actually checked out in an audio in Libby. Okay, so my three maybes. After I do by Taylor Jenkins Reid, this will be my fourth Taylor Jenkins Reid on my shelf if I keep it. Having never read any Taylor Jenkins Reid and having declared many times that I am not a romance girly or not a romance woman at all. It's not my genre, and I rarely find the way in which romance is described in books that are marketed as romance to be something that I can engage with. Taylor Jenkins Reid is much beloved, and I read the arc of Abby Jimenez. Let me not misspeak, and I enjoyed it. I still wouldn't necessarily go back and read a bunch more Abby Jimenez. So I don't know. I just feel like Taylor Jenkins Reid is someone other people might enjoy more than I, and I could put this back out. So it's probably likely that when I'm doing my sort of discernment before the summer, my before summer cleanup, this might make the cut, but I'll keep it. I have a little tote full of books that are kind of in that place. Like, will I read it in the summer, or should I just let other people have it in little free libraries through the summer? Another one of those is The Good Dream by Donna Van Leer. I recently just also hauled Pineapple Street, and I think these are both cozy Southern chick lit type of books, which also aren't really my jam. Certainly like it to mix it up a little, but I think this book, if I recall, when I looked it up, had decent ratings. And these sort of like, again, Southern chick lit, sort of cozy books might really what people like, especially for sort of like a summer reading kind of thing. So again, this is going to go in the maybe pile, and then I'll make some decisions about what I think I'll get to for the summer and what I should just unhaul. And then also maybe is Dark Echo by F.G. Cottom. This is classified as a horror. Horror really isn't my genre either. I have read a couple. One that were classified as horror. One was La Hacienda. The other was She is Haunting. And I appreciated how the mechanism of the genre in the stories they were telling, but I could also say like horror isn't really my genre. That being said, it's good to have a little bit of diversity. So 10 books for $5. I'm buying the only 10 that I think I or anybody else would like, really, because there's just a lot of, as you know, books that, as you may suspect in thrifting, what happens is there's a lot of like mass market paperbacks or books that, I don't know, probably wouldn't be taken from little free libraries and wouldn't be good donations to the Friends of the Library either. So we're going to hold this in maybe and see what I think when I go through my mystery thriller / horror shelf. Okay. The last two books are yes. I'm going to keep them. Actually, had to circle back to this many times. I didn't like this multicolored fonts on the back. I thought, wow, for accessibility, that is terrible. It's also, I think, not available in my library. So I had to really look at, can I read this in paperback? And the truth is likely in the right lighting. What struck me about this book, it's called The Blue Place. And this is a queer book. So I would put it on my Pride Month reading. And if I get to it out in the sunshine, great. If I don't, that's okay too. But what got to me about this is this author's from Leeds. And I didn't know if Leeds in South Yorkshire, England. And if it gets to Leeds, I would think I would really enjoy that. I would really enjoy spending a little bit of time in the setting of Leeds. I don't know much else other than this is a mystery, queer, and the author's from Leeds. and I'm going to go ahead and keep it and give it a chance during Pride Month. The last one is a book that I might not have picked, and in fact, I've seen it in several places, but since it was in this 10 books for $5, it is a Man Booker Prize winner, and it's a revered book. Toting the 100 most notable books, made that list, right? Anyway, this is Lincoln in the Bardo by George Saunders. Historical fiction from a male point of view isn't something that draws me in generally. I missed most of my life opportunities to get in published and or commercialized and or promoted literature, the female stories. So I feel in some kind of ways that I'm making up for that by, and also, I mean, reading what I can relate with as well, but that I'm kind of making up for that. Making up, like, my purpose in reading is joy and empathy and entertainment and engagement, but also, like, I feel like I want to hear stories that I couldn't access before because of all the reasons. And I can't say that this does or doesn't do it. All I can say is this is a male-identified author writing historical fiction, and I will probably love this book once I read it, but it wouldn't be one that I would naturally grab. And for that reason, I'm really happy for these 10 books for $5, because in the last round, I had a couple of duds, but several gems that I would have never picked up if it weren't in that kind of a scenario. So I'm kind of hoping that The Blue Place and or Lincoln in the Bardo, or one of these ones I'm going to listen to, delivers in that way. And if not, that's okay too, right? Reading is about sometimes not having the best time, but still kind of glad for whatever little piece you got out of the book. So that's it. Those are the 10 books that I got today for $5.